बैठा है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो मारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% करे नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asks you live at zero complete level, मौज में रहो, be happy.
श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः, गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। Once someone like you asked me a question, what is your spiritual practice? You are a Swami, so what is your spiritual practice? So I said, my spiritual practice is learn from every single experience of your life. Don't push the Guru in a frame and crucify him on the wall and let him suffer. No. Guru is our immediate ability to learn from every single experience of our life. If we cannot learn, even God will fail to teach us. And if we are committed to learn, even God cannot stop us. If you take examples, you all are well read, educated, and here on the spiritual tourism, isn't it? So spiritual tinge is there somewhere. So in Mahabharata, there are two archers. One is Arjun, and the second one was the Ekalavya. You know that, isn't it? Arjun was a very pet student of Dronacharya, and he wanted him to be the first one. And this Ekalavya was rejected by Dronacharya. I won't teach you. And what this Ekalavya did, who cares? I will learn. And he learned so perfect that he was outwitting Arjun. So what is the moral of the story? If you are ready to learn, nobody can stop you. And if you want somebody else to do for you, you will never succeed in life. Therefore, real spiritual practice is we have to learn from every single experience of our life. Don't put the onus on the Guru. We remain as a challenge to Guru. Guru Maharaj, try upon me. So many failed. I have changed many gurus. I went for guru shopping. See? One of my friend from US, he asked me this thing. Swamiji, I want to come to India. I said, come. Don't you ask me what for? I said, I don't want to know. This is one important principle. We don't want to know anything about anybody. What is the need? Collect garbage. There is no need. See? So, he said, no, but I want to tell. I said, okay, you tell, I have no choice. He said, I want to come to India and I want to have a guru, because I heard without guru there cannot be knowledge. So I want to have a guru. Then, where guru is available? Kindly tell me. Then I ask in his own tone, what is your budget? We have got budget gurus. See? How much can you spend? Tell me. Friends, don't search outside. Look within. See? Now, for example, this picture which is behind me. Just try to picture it in front of you. There is a picture of the size of the complete wall from here to there, whole picture. A very beautiful picture. But you are the owner of this. So you want to be very close to see how it is. And therefore, you go nearer to the picture to the distance of 3 inches. So close. And then see. Will you be able to see the beauty of that picture? You cannot. Any picture, when it is seen from too close, the beauty is lost. Okay, I'll go away and see. And then you go away 2 miles. And from there you want to see. Will you be able to see? No. Is there something wrong with the picture? Something is wrong in our position. What will be the optimum position so that we can discover the beauty of the picture? That you have to decide. Friends, this world is like a mega picture. Don't go too close. Don't go far away. See, friends, either we are too close. Honey, darling, without you I cannot live. Without you I cannot live. And then after some time, then no honey, no darling, only the spices. I cannot live because of you. See, either you have gone too close or you want to go too away. See, my friends, therefore, learn from your experiences of life. See? Now, the other day, I was in US. I was invited by some South Indian family. When I went there, their daughter, American ABCD children, ABCD? American born, confused desi. So, that daughter was there. She said, "Oh, today you got this character to teach me. I want to have my boyfriend. I want to go for dating, but you don't allow. Let me see what he asked me the question." So, she said, "Yes, what you want to ask?" I said, "Nothing to ask." "Why my parents brought you here? You ask them? Don't ask me." Then she said, "I want to go for dating and they don't allow me to go. Why?" I said, "Has your mother or father gone for dating before marriage?" "No." "What is their age?" Father is 78 not out and mother is 74 not out. They are together not because of love. My friends, love is the most dumb word in the world. It's nothing like love. See, initial attraction between boy and a girl, it is not love. It is only physical attraction. And after that dies away, then that love putrefies into hatred. And why our Indian children or Indian parents rather, those who are following our tradition, our culture, they are 60, 70, 80 years married. Why they are together? Not because of love, because of understanding. Friends, more than love, wisdom is required in life. See, but instead of that, we don't learn. Now what we don't learn? Again, learn from every experience. This I tell you what I have learned. Once I had some problem with my this hand, and this anamika was operated. So when the operation was going on, that time I was talking and somebody took the video, and then it was on the YouTube and became very viral. So in that I spoke. Today I have learned something. And what was that? Because it was a local operation in a small finger, so they have given me local anesthesia. And the doctor was operating, I was watching. After he has given the anesthesia, then he asked me, do you feel anything? I said, yes, I am feeling sentimental. You are taking care of me so much. No, 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 not that feeling. Then what feeling? Do you get that touch? I said, no, no touch. I am not a touchy. Then he said, that means you are not having any sensation here. Yes. Then he started cutting, removing whatever he has to remove. Blood was coming out. Then he started suturing. When all that was seen by me, done on my hand, that day I discovered, which I am telling you. It's not only theoretical, it should be your practical experience. That day I discovered, everything happens only to the mind. Nothing happens to body. Think. Now, how much time, efforts we take to take care of our body? See? With body, we have got two things. We work with the body, and second thing, we work on the body. Working with the body is what? We work, we go to office, we go to our business, we do this thing, we do that thing. That is working by the body to earn our bread and butter. Not only that, but how much care. I take only organic food, as if there is inorganic food. I take only organic food, and I take this Dikshit diet. How much care. Wonderful, do it. So we are working by the body and we are working on the body. Working on the body is what? We do yoga. The most dumb thing in the world is yoga. We do the yoga and then we want to have our figure. Everything wonderful, nothing wrong. Now, two things we do with body. We work by the body and we work on the body. Now, come to your mind. Have we ever thought about that we are working by the mind, but we are not working on the mind? Think. Now the question is, what is the meaning of working by the mind? It is easier to understand. Working by the body, you go work hard and get money. We can understand. But what is the meaning of working by the mind? Think. Working by the mind is default settings. Anything we see, we hear, we have to comment. Oh, too much of rush. Oh, it's very cold. No, yesterday it was better. Today it is more cold. There is no end to our unwanted gossip. Because what is speech? Speech is the expression of the mind. See, friends. So we all are expert in working by the mind. Only default settings. We have to either talk about our past or ask others about their past. Like many people, this Amma also, I don't remember her name, who invited me. She had a friend and friend's friend I am, so I am the third generation. So when we sat, she said, Swamiji, please tell me something about you. I said, I don't talk about my past, nor I want to know about your past. See, we are Indians. So, many people ask us this question. Swamiji, where are you from? When were you born? How were you born? Was it a normal delivery or a cesarean? And why were you born, by the way? Is it necessary? See, friends, don't collect garbage in your head. How much? We have to ourselves understand this. That we have to stop chattering non-stop. This is one. Working by the mind. Now working on the mind. So if we want to work on the mind, you all are students of yoga, you know, in the Patanjali Ashtanga Yoga, there are 8 limbs. So Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyan, Samadhi. 8 of them. Now out of these 8, the external things are what? Yama, Niyama, how we conduct ourselves with the world and how we conduct with ourselves. The world is a problem for us or we are a problem for us. So with these 2 things you sort out, then you come to asana. Asana means what? You are at peace with yourself. That is asana. Sthira sukham asanam. You are at peace with yourself. A person who is at peace with himself, he is successful in life. You may have a lot of money. You may have got a lot of property. You may have got a lot of success in your life. But you are not at peace with yourself. Is a total, utter failure in life. See, friends, such people who are not at peace with in their life, they either get addicted or frustrated in life and ultimately commit suicide. Therefore, sthira sukham asanam, be at peace with yourself. Thereafter, we come to the mind. And this is a common problem with everybody. Mind is disturbed. Mind is disturbed. We simply say mind is disturbed. Can you define what is the disturbed mind? Think. We are simply told, oh, my mind. Can you define? When you go to the doctor, please tell me what should I do? What happened to you? I don't know. Then how the doctor can help you? See, we go to the doctor and tell him the symptoms. From the symptoms, the disease is arrived at. Without symptoms, disease cannot be established. So when we say mind is disturbed, what are the symptoms of your disturbed mind? Spell it out. But we don't. Because we are not thought over. So disturbed mind is that mind which runs either in the past or in the future and get disturbed in the present. Arrest these 3 things. That is working on the mind. See? Now do a little small experiment for half a minute, 1 minute. 239 days before, at 4 o'clock, where were you? Oh, 300 and so 90. You are not in the present. Second thing, after 97 days, where you will be? 97 days. I have to go from here to there, there to there, then I will be going. You are not in the present. See? So mind is disturbed, means either the mind runs in the past memories or future worries or present comparisons. Arrest these 3 leakages. Your mind is controlled. How to do that? Don't ask anybody about their past, and we don't have to tell anything about our past. No need. See, friends. Similarly, so when we talk to others, it is the past. When we talk to ourselves, it is the future. See? And when we are in the present, it is a comparison. These are the 3 leakages through which all our energy is thrown away and we become totally frustrated and unsuccessful person in life. We have got everything, all comforts, but we are comfortably lonely. Why? Because we have not learned this basic principle of life. Therefore, we have to work on the mind. Working on the mind, by the mind, to go beyond the mind. Uddhared atmanatmanam natmanam avasadayet atmaiva atmano bandhu atmaiva ripuratmana. And this cannot be done by anybody just like that. We have to commit for that. You must have seen these athletes, how much effort they put. One of the jump which I always appreciate is that pole vault jump. We can jump maximum 2-3 feet tall, high. But no, I want to jump 3 meters. But how can you do that? Then we take a pole, come running, fix it in the soil. With the help of that pole, we go up 3 meters and then we drop that pole and go beyond. Exactly the same way. Use your mind to go beyond your mind. See, friends. So for that, 2-3 techniques I'll speak. You may try, you may don't try. How does it matter for me? I am here for a time pass. I am not getting any paid for this, okay? I am not a hireable commodity. Be very clear. Whether you like or you don't like, who cares? I am here for my own joy. You know why? Because when I am talking, who is the first listener? Me. If I don't get influenced by my talks, do you think others will get influenced? Think. So, what is the spiritual practice? First, observe. Whenever we talk to others, we talk always about past. And past is gone, dead and gone. Now about this I'll tell you one experiment I conducted in Ahmedabad Management Association for the management conference. So in that conference I told, come the whole family. So your necktie business will finish separately and evening we will have satsang. So one day we had a satsang. And in that satsang, all the heterogeneous group, children, elders, ladies, gents, every kind of thing. Now to such a heterogeneous group, what can you talk? I said, come on, now we'll have some game. Ready? So everybody is ready. Then I said, I'll call somebody randomly. You have to come and talk, whatever I'll tell you. So all the elders hiding their face. Children were very excited. So one child I called. I said, hey, you come here. He came, very happy. I am invited. I said, take this mic, stand here. Now talk anything you like about yourself. The child was hardly 4, 5 years, 6 years. So he had a problem. What to talk? I said, talk anything. We will not object. Big problem. What to talk? What to know? Okay. I like chocolate. First sentence. Very good. Congratulations. Continue your talk. You have to talk for 3 minutes. Now what more? I said, come on, talk. You have to talk something. I have nothing to talk. No, talk anything. We will not object. I don't like taking bath. Mummy always wants me to take bath. I don't like. Second statement. Then, thereafter, the third one. I said, come on, go ahead. You are doing very well. Tell. No, I have nothing to tell. I said, no, then you stand here for 2 more minutes. That is the rule. He said, no, I don't understand. I said, you have to stand. Then he said, if you don't allow me to go, I will do susu here. I said, you go, Baba, go. He will do that, I know. He went. Thereafter, I invited 182 not out. One oldie came, duk, 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 duk came. Then I told him, Babuji, you have to talk about yourself for 3 minutes. Okay, talk. He started and not stopping. Finally, we have to call the security and bundle him out. Now, learn from this story. For the child who has hardly any past, 4 or 5 years, he has nothing to talk. Oldies have no future. What they have? Only past. So if you have got peanuts in your pocket, can you distribute chocolates? See, friends. Therefore, these oldies will all the time talking. जाने कहाँ गए वो दिन, वो गए भाड़ में तुम भी जाओ. The oldies don't understand that youngsters are not interested in their past. They are concerned about their future. That is why old people are unfit in the youth, because they are unwanted. And then they complain. These days, the children don't respect the elders. Now tell me, what is our contribution that our age is growing? I am 85. What I have done to become 85? Nothing. It is the earth which is running around the sun, and my age is growing. And what an arrogance. The youngsters don't respect the elders. What is your contribution? Zero. See, if you are successful in your business, you have earned millions of dollars, yes, that is your contribution. But what is your age? What is your contribution? But that also. These days, youngsters don't respect, and therefore they suffer in life. Therefore, friends, the first principle to control the mind is don't talk your past and don't bore others. Most important. Okay. Then the second thing, we talk to ourselves always with reference to future. Okay. Now do this experiment. Very simple. For next 1 minute, do not talk to yourself. Stop. Whatever is your experience, it is yours. When we can do this for 1 minute, we can also do it for a longer period of time by practice. You don't have to do meditation. Just sit wherever you are, comfortable in a nice chair, whichever posture doesn't matter. Just give it a try. Suppose you are going by car or flight or anywhere, just sit quiet. Don't talk to yourself. I have not done any hypnotism. Hey. And what we talk to ourselves about the future. After this Swamiji's lecture is over, I think I can go halfway also. How does it matter? He thinks that I am listening, but I am not listening. I am going now. See? Therefore, my friends, in addition to this, not talking to yourself, meaning you are not creating sounds. Don't talk to yourself. Add one more parameter. Listen to silence. Don't talk to yourself and listen to silence. How to listen to silence? Because we can only hear the sounds. Listening to silence is not getting disturbed by any words, any sounds. These two things together. Don't talk to yourself and listen to silence. These two techniques, before we talk to others, ask a question to yourself. Is it necessary to talk? In 99% cases, you will get an answer. There is no need to talk. कहना नहीं चाहिए, लेकिन हमारे पड़ोसी की बहू हमारे बहू से बहुत अच्छी है. अरे महारानी, when you know कहना नहीं चाहिए, why don't you keep your mouth shut? See, that means knowledge-wise we know, but we are not able to apply our own knowledge in our life. This exactly happened in Delhi. One Punjabi lady, very tall, fair, very beautiful to look at. Her son, naturally handsome. So, one day she came and told me, Swamiji, I got a problem. I said, no, I attract problems. Yes, what is the problem? Tell me. She said, I am fed up of my daughter-in-law. I said, that is not in news. It is a normal thing. Tell something different. Then she told me, my son, as I am beautiful, my son is very handsome. I said, yes, God has made many mistakes. So, when he was going with this girl, she is so average to look at. She cannot be even considered as a maid servant in the house. So average she was. Neither the height, nor the size, nor nothing. And he was mad after her. So I told him, look here, you are so handsome, so rich. Why are you running after that ugly looking girl? And this was heard by that girl. And they got married. Thereafter, the real story starts. Why America has bombarded Afghanistan? I know, because I am not beautiful. What is the connection? There was a terrible earthquake in Japan. Has to be because I am not beautiful. That one sentence, I am not beautiful, made that old lady mad, and she went to ashram, took sannyas, and never came back. What was the reason? Before we talk, think twice and ask yourself, is it necessary to talk? See, friends. So, two things. When we don't talk to others, past is erased. When we don't talk to ourselves, future is banned. And in the present, remain relaxed. And don't compare. This is how the mind works. With the past memories, or future worries, or present comparisons. If these three channels you block, your mind is divine. Nay, you are divine. And what is divinity? You are at peace with yourself. To what extent? Like the space is at peace. Let there be volcanoes. Let there be fires. Let there be earthquakes. Space supports everything, rejects nothing, doesn't get influenced by anything. That could be the quality of our life. Bhagavad Gita tells, such a man is a man of steady wisdom. Tita pradnisya ka bhasha samadhistasya keshava, tita dekim prabhasheta kimasita vrajeta kim. This is the technique. And therefore, give it a try and be happy. Thank you for not sleeping. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om.